Good morning, Jake, and welcome to the Essential Space.
Good morning.
We are going to continue our conversation on floor care. There's a vast variety of products here at Essential and a vast variety of what you encounter when you're out in the field. What we're looking for is with all the variables that are out there and all the different floor care options, where do you start when you are building a floor care program for a customer? How do you begin the conversation?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's one we get fairly often. And the first place that we like to start is we like to look at your maintenance program or what your desired maintenance program is. As you said, with so many options out there, there's not really a one size fits all floor finish. They all serve their specific purposes. There are some that will do better in certain maintenance programs, and then there's some that you can lay down and leave and not perform much maintenance on, and they're going to perform much better in that scenario. So that's really where we start. Is okay, what's your desired maintenance program? Are you looking to get away from having to burnish a floor? Maybe you want a good brand new shine every day, so you're looking for a finish that you can burnish every single day, that's not going to pull off the floor, because every time we burnish a floor finish, we are removing a little bit of that finish as well. So it has to be a finish that's going to hold up to that and still remain on the floor. So you really kind of look at all those different options as to what your maintenance level is going to be, and then you match the floor finish to that specific maintenance level.
Let's talk a little bit about the levels of maintenance. So, somebody that burnishes every day, that'd be an intensive maintenance program. Talk about a little bit about the levels where you go from there as far as maintenance programs. Do we have programs for all of these levels? So, what would you say are the next levels?
All right, so yeah, so we actually have multiple products that will fit into each of those maintenance situations. So, first we look at kind of a high maintenance situation, which is what I just alluded to. Somebody who's looking for kind of a brand new gloss every single day. They don't want any scratches or imperfections in the floor, so they're burnishing on a daily or a nightly basis. And we see this a lot in grocery and retail stores where you have customers walking in every day. So when the customers walk in first thing in the morning, they want those floors to look brand new with no imperfections in them. So that's just one example of a type of customer that we run into who is looking for kind of that higher maintenance cycle. So the finish that we present into that situation is going to be a little different than somebody who, on the flip side of that, who wants low maintenance, who doesn't want to have to burnish their floor. They want a product that they can lay and leave. And what that means is you literally lay it down and you don't have to touch it again until it's time to either scrub and recoat or strip and recoat. So there's going to be a different finish that fits into each of those scenarios. And then we have what we call kind of our hybrid maintenance program, which is kind of a blend of high and low. So you want to do some maintenance to extend the life of the floor so that you're not having to top scrub or recoat so often, but you don't want to get to the point where you're burnishing every day or every couple of days. So the characteristics of the finish is going to dictate which maintenance cycle that it fits best with. We have multiple finishes for each of these systems, no matter what your desired outcome is.
Perfect. When you're having these conversations with, out in the field and you're talking with the building services or custodial staff, any of those different people, does it take you to actually go to each physical location and or are they giving you this information over the phone? How do you actually go and assess the situation and what tools do you use to know what they've been doing?
Yeah, so one of the great things about what we do is in trying to be a true partner with existing customers or potential customers is we'll actually come out to your facility, we'll walk the floors, we'll try to gather as much information as we can. If it's a situation where you're new and you're not sure, there are definitely clues that we can pick up on. We can look in the back room at the cleaners that had been used, the types of pads, the types of equipment that they're running. So we can kind of piece all that together with how the floor looks and maybe go back and look at how long it's been since they've done a maintenance program or done a top scrub and recoat on that floor. So we can kind of piece all this information together and we'll have a pretty good idea of what their old program was. And then based on where they want to go, we can build a new program, whether it's reducing the amount of labor that you have to do, whether it's extending your top scrub or strip out cycles. We have a product that we can plug into any of these scenarios that will achieve your desired outcome.
Okay. So the best place for you to get is to the people that are out there doing the floors. Now, those are not always the people that make the decision in the long run. So you spend a lot of time talking to these people and then hoping that the people will come down and see the value in what you're offering. How do you bridge that conversation from talking to the people that are actually doing the maintenance to getting the decision maker in there? How do you bridge that conversation?
Honestly, most of the time that kind of takes care of itself. So, when we come in and do our kind of site assessment, if you will, another thing we do is when we present a program, we make sure that that staff or whoever it is fully trained up and fully knows how to run the maintenance program for their desired outcome. And bridging that gap to get kind of the decision makers to buy off and buy into the program, it is typically pretty seamless because they see the results on the floor. Typically, when they come in, they're going to ask their guys, "Hey, what do you like about this? What do you not like? What would you change?" We've done our due diligence and we've trained these guys up properly. They're going to see the results and they're going to be confident in suggesting that we move forward with this program to their higher ups, to the decision makers. So the products and the processes and the training programs really speak for themselves and kind of make that transition pretty seamless.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, it sounds like we've got a lot of great information on how to start this process, talking with the people there doing the maintenance on what their maintenance programs currently are, and then what they desire, what they want to do in the future. Jake, thank you so much for all this fabulous information. It's really great to learn about what you're doing out there and how you assess situations to learn about customers and potential customers on what they're doing in the field. And it sounds like you're out there, boots on the ground, making sure everybody gets the floor care that they desire. Do you have anything more that you would like to add today before we close things up?
What I would end with is our number one goal in all this is not only to come out and do a site assessment and really kind of put you in the product that's going to meet all your needs, but we also, we want to push for a demo. We want to put the product on the floor and let you see how it performs with your own eyes. We really want you to buy in before you have to invest your money in it. So that's kind of our end game, is to get it on the floor, let you make your own assessments, about the program that we've built. And as you alluded to, I think we can kind of dive more into that in a future episode.
Sure, if we can get some real life examples, that would be great. Thank you again, Jake, and we look forward to seeing you in the central space next time.
Thank you.